WQAD. This is News 8's Good Morning Quad Cities.
The spirit of giving. The local group spreading holiday cheer to a community damaged by last month's tornado. And a live look outside as we get ready for another week. It looks like it's going to be a cold one, but at least we got a new layer of snow to enjoy. Thanks for joining us for our first look at the news. I'm Jim Mertens. This is Good Morning Quad Cities at 4:30. Julie's got the morning off.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist James Zahara. Good day, sir.
Good morning. Already got my first shovel in for the week. So,
Shovel, sweeping, depending on where you happen to be. I mean, that was a big story down south in my Western Illinois University. Had 10 inches of snow out there. Wow. Had another little layer that made its way through here last night. No surprise about that. Did produce maybe about a good inch, I would say, across areas right around the Quad Cities and certainly points north and east. Right now we're seeing some broken cloudiness, 13 degrees and east-northeast wind at 7. No surprise, we've got the wind chills in the single digits. And you're right, Jim, it will promise to be a cold day out there. In fact, with some of these broken clouds, later in the day especially, we could see a few more flakes flying around, but no serious accumulation. It's just an indication that the day will start off rather chilly and looks like starting off the week, but promising some much better temperatures just down the road. We'll tell you exactly how warm coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, James. This week, the Senate is expected to take up a bipartisan compromise budget proposal that passed the House late last week. The new budget would basically end any threat of a government shutdown until next year. But right now, Democratic leaders in the Senate say they may not have enough votes to pass it. If the Senate approves the bill, the White House has said President Barack Obama will support it. It's been 4 weeks since an EF4 tornado destroyed hundreds of homes in Washington, Illinois, leaving many families in the small community with nothing. But a local group out of Hope Creek Care Center in East Moline is trying to turn that all around. News 8's Shane Simmons traveled to Washington to see how the group is bringing a bit of Christmas joy to a community still dealing with the pain.
That's a tornado.
The day was November 17th, 2013. The aftermath speaks for itself.
Well, the day after the tornado hit, we realized that this community was going to be devastated long term.
So Maggie Wadsager put together a team of volunteers with a mission: bring Christmas to Washington, Illinois.
I am a mom of 4, and I couldn't imagine losing everything that I have, everything I own, my vehicles, just 5 weeks before Christmas and still ensuring a Christmas morning for my children. So I wanted to take that stress away from those families down there.
It started with a Facebook page titled Hope Creek Cares, and 4 weeks later, they have a semi full of toys.
We've boxed a lot of things up.
Collecting more than 1,000 brand new toys and $1,800 in gift cards. It may not be Santa's sleigh, but it does take this truck to deliver toys to young girls and boys. A 2-hour drive later, the truck arrives at its 2 destinations, Threads Hope and Love and Camp Good News. Toys, toys, and even more toys unloaded by the boxes. Families start their day at the registration desk. They then come down these stairs in this hallway and to this room. That's where the toys and treats are waiting for families.
How people can just come together and even take the clothes off their backs to give to somebody else. It's just inspiring.
And that generosity will provide Christmas presents for 350 children, making kids like 8-year-old Jeremy Colburn feel pretty good.
Well, all the houses got knocked down and stuff, so it feels like we should help them out, and we should all give good stuff out to them, and I feel good about doing this and stuff too.
The season of giving, what started as a simple Facebook page, has brought Christmas to families who need it now more than ever. In Washington, Shane Simmons, WQAD News 8.
This was not the first trip that Hope Creek Cares made to Washington, Illinois. Right after the tornado, Barrington Running Company from Barrington, Illinois contributed $9,000 worth of shoes to the tornado victims. Hope Creek Cares are the ones who delivered them. Dixon police say the president of Viva Performing Arts School is expected to surrender to police this week for not reporting sex abuse allegations surrounding its teachers. Last month, Dixon police charged vocal instructor Robert Campbell with aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Investigators say last summer Campbell abused then 16-year-old boy at the school. Police have also charged Tim Bowles, the school's director of drama, with failing to report the sex abuse allegations. Alcohol could have played a role in the death of a former Quad City teacher. That according to Sauk Valley Media. The body of 65-year-old Lee Catlin was found November 13th along Interstate 88 west of Dixon. His car located nearly a mile from where his body was found. Investigators have yet to say how he died. Court records show 4 days before his body was found, police in Davenport arrested him and charged him with operating while intoxicated. No date's been set for the coroner to release the report to Catlin's death. Catlin had taught science at Woodrow Wilson Middle School in Moline for some 30 years. The search for an Iowa man who fell through the ice on a lake this weekend has been indefinitely suspended. Firefighters say it happened Saturday night in Montezuma. 2 men heading back to shore after ice fishing on Lake Ponderosa when the ice simply cracked. One of the men was able to climb out, but the other could not.
We're really tight around here, and he lived right across the road from me. Really happy guy. I'm going to miss him. A lot of people around here is going to miss him.
Crews will now continue searching. Only when the ice thaws, the name of the missing man has not been released. Thousands gathered to say goodbye to Nelson Mandela for the very last time. Yesterday marked the official end of the 10-day period of mourning in South Africa. More than 4,000 family members, friends, and dignitaries gathered to say a final farewell to the former president. A marching band and procession of soldiers led his casket to the service. During the service, 95 candles were lit, one for each year of Mandela's life.
It is the end of 95 glorious years of a freedom fighter, a dedicated and humble servant of the people of South Africa.
We shall miss your voice as you told us stories of your childhood.
Following the service, Mandela's casket was moved to the burial site in his childhood town of Qunu, which is close to the graves of 3 of his children. A 30-foot statue will be unveiled in Pretoria, South Africa today in honor of the former president. Still ahead on Good Morning Quad Cities, Doctor's Choice, the new drug that is dramatically cutting a woman's risk of getting breast cancer.
And we are promising another cold day around many of our hometowns, but I do see some temperatures out there that's going to eat away at some, if not all, on that snow that you may have on the ground. We'll tell you exactly how warm those numbers will be in the days ahead right after the break here on Good Morning Quad Cities.
You're watching Good Morning Quad Cities with Jim Mertens and Julie Sisk.